Good morning, brothers and sisters, and welcome to another edition of The Growth Surge. I'm Pastor Ricardo, and today we want to look at Luke chapter 5, and I want to entitle today's devotion as Launch Out in the Deep. The passage is an account of Jesus calling his disciples to follow him. Now, there were crowds of people eager to hear Jesus' teachings by the lake of Gennesaret. We are told that Peter, who was a fisherman, was washing his nets at the time as he was done fishing for the day. However, Jesus mounted Peter's boat to teach the crowd, and after teaching, Jesus told Peter to launch out his net in the deep, seeing that Peter had wasted all day and night trying to catch fish in the shallow water. But in the deep, Peter caught his net filled with fish. It is interesting that whenever Jesus has an encounter with his disciples on the Sea of Galilee, it is always in the deep parts of the lake. When the storm came over the boat, it was in the deep. When Peter walked on water, it was also in the deep. But in all instances, Jesus was right there. To launch out implies throwing ourselves in utter dependence for the Lord. But the problem with us as Christians today is that we are operating in the shallow. We are comfortable giving shallow prayers, half-baked songs, and we have a shallow understanding of God's word. We are afraid to launch out because the launch is a leap of faith, and we are afraid that we might lose something that is valuable to us, since following Jesus will cost us something. Sometimes our greatest fear is the fear of the unknown, but God is in the midst of the unknown, and He wants us to get deep in our prayer life, deep in our understanding of His word, deep in the walk of faith, because it is there you would find our Master waiting for us. When we are willing to follow God in the deep, we have true fellowship in Him. Jesus is still calling us to launch out and let our nets down, where He tells us we will be blessed exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. God bless you.